I love you, Marvin.
Back again with another tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be a little different because we're going to be doing a full music video breakdown. This is one of my first ones out of many that I'm going to be doing. Hope you guys have liked the video already. Make sure I'm going to be trying to post more videos like this. And yes, I'm probably going to be dropping 2 videos per day, but most likely I will be dropping at least 1 per week. So the first effect that I want to go to, the first thing that I want to talk about is this one right here, which I think is a pretty simple effect that anyone can really do. As you guys can see, it's a pretty simple effect. I already kind of like marked where I wanted to use it at, so I might use this part right here. Right click, replace with After Effects comp. So once you have it in After Effects, the next thing we're gonna be doing is we're gonna Command D. We're gonna duplicate it, double click on our we're gonna duplicate it, we're gonna double click on it, and then we're gonna open our composition right here. Then we're gonna go here, we're gonna use our rudder brush tool, we're gonna draw a mask around it, we're gonna delete it. Try to do it as good as you can so you can get a better outcome. Done. Like I said, it doesn't look that good, but you know, just for the tutorial I'm just gonna do it like this. I'm gonna add this part right here too. That. And then I'm gonna hit freeze once I'm done, and then we're gonna wait for it to finish. So you guys can see it doesn't really look that bad. So the next thing we're gonna do is actually do the effect. It's not actually hard. We're gonna go here, we're gonna use this turbulence displacement here, type turbulence displace, and then we're gonna drag it here and then drop it. As you guys can see, we already have kind of the look, but the only thing we're gonna do is we're gonna increase the amount like that. We're gonna increase the size so we get something trippy like that, and we're gonna go maybe 12 frames here, but I forgot to keyframe it, so we're just gonna keyframe the amount, the size, and we're gonna go here, we're gonna set the amount to 0, and as you guys can see, we already have the look right there. Those are our first effects. The next one that we're gonna go over is this one right over here, which I think it looks pretty cool too, but it's also very simple to do. So it starts down right there, starts right there, and then it goes back. So how we're gonna do this is we're gonna try to find a clip again, and I already have mine marked like the other one, so we're just gonna go here. We're gonna try to go to the beginning of the clip right here. We're gonna cut this one, we're gonna go all the way down, maybe here. Then once again, right click, click After Effects composition. Once you're in After Effects, we're gonna duplicate this one. We're gonna double click it, and we're gonna rotoscope. We're gonna rudder brush the person like that. I'm gonna try to do it like a quick mask. Once you are done, mine probably doesn't really look that good because, like I said, it was like a kind of like a quick one, so it's probably not gonna look good. But as you guys can see, it doesn't really look that bad. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate it, so we're gonna go 14 frames here. So as you guys can see, I'm already done with every single one of them. All you have to do is copy and then move them down. So we're gonna look at how it looks so far. As you guys can see, we already have that pretty cool looking effect. But the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pre-compose all these layers. So we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna hit here. We're gonna pre-compose. Hit OK. We're gonna enable motion blur, so we get that kind of a motion effect right here. So we're just gonna add like that. And we're gonna go back here. We're gonna add Gaussian blur to it. So go here, and add a little bit of Gaussian blur. Here I'm gonna keyframe the amount, really not too much or something like that. And again, right here, we're gonna keyframe the view. So we have this like that. The next thing for the background, what we can do is we can either use, if you have universe plugin, we're gonna use chromatic. However it is, so we're gonna use chromatic here. We're gonna drop it here. Then we're gonna keyframe it, distortion amount. You can increase it a little bit, something like that, something like this. And we can go to 14. And when it comes to 14, turn it down to 0. That. So we have this pretty cool looking effect. Literally the same thing. It's pretty simple to do, pretty easy to do as well. However, I do kind of want like a little more motion blur, so we're just gonna go here and try to add more motion blur to it. We're gonna add it right there. We can add a shorter angle. Like that. So we're gonna wait for it to render. So as you guys can see, we already have pretty much just all the effect. That's how it looks in the music video. Pretty simple. So we are done with our second effect, so we're gonna move on to the next one. It's gonna be the last one because there's a lot to do in this video, but I don't want to make this video too long. So for this one, we're just gonna go over this effect right here, which I think it looks pretty cool right there. That's like kind of like a zoom effect right there, and then it moves. We're gonna try to find a clip where we can actually do this one again. So we're just gonna try to go and look for like a clear part of the video. So I found this part right here. I think this one will actually kind of work since it's not gonna be that much work to do in it. So we're just gonna kind of like go to the beginning, touch right here, keep moving forward, and duplicate it right there. And we're gonna go here, gonna double click on it, mask this one too. So we're gonna try to do as good as we can. Don't have to be that good since it's moving. So I'm gonna try to go a little bit and zoom in. You guys can see I just did kind of like a quick mask. We're just gonna freeze right. Once it's done, we're gonna go back to our main composition again right here. Like I said, it might not look good because it just so we have that right now. Go here. Just like that, and the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna rotate it. Keyframe the rotation. Maybe we have to go to the beginning here. We're gonna keyframe the rotation. Probably go about 12 frames again. Also keyframe the position, so we're just gonna go back. Go here. We can move it. So something like that. So we have, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our static overlay. So once we have our static overlay here, we're gonna move it to the top, and then we're gonna turn down the opacity a little bit so we can create a mask. Turn down the opacity a little bit like that. Go to beginning. Like this. We're just gonna create a quick mask here around the person, like that. We're gonna bring up the opacity again to 100. We're gonna move it down right there. So we're gonna keyframe the position as well here. We want it to be exactly in the person, so we're just gonna move right there. Move down that. So we have the effect right there. And you know, we're gonna go here. This one. Fix it a little bit as the clip moves on. You can get a better look at it, so you can try to fix it. So for example, this one looks like that. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add, put like a turbulence display to kind of give it a twist effect that it had on the music video. Keyframe it, mount size, and we'll probably go all the way to the end. Gonna that complexity a little bit like this. That. You guys can see it's a pretty simple effect. However, you do need a keyframe the mask. I'm just not gonna do it because for the tutorial, but pretty much you guys can see how to do it. It's pretty simple effect as well that you guys can do, which I think it looks pretty cool to me as well. And it's something simple. So